Hello there, friends. How are you guys today? It is Joel with Holistic Wizard Wellness, and I want to come and bring a small educational video to you guys. So, today I want to talk to you about craniosacral therapy, okay, and the bridge between mental health, how it can make a difference, okay, how it can go hand in hand with a mental health therapist, a social worker, counselor, whatever, and how it can really benefit, okay, and it can bring some things up. So, and I go personally, I go and I see an EMDR therapist, and then I also have another talk therapist as well that holds me more accountable for like work related things. So if something ever comes up in my office, um, I can go to them and be like, hey, let's work through this. And then I have a personal therapist that I'm kind of more working with like day to day type stuff. Okay, so it's EMDR, right? So eye movement desensitization reprocessing. Okay, that's a big mouthful, but it's like alphabet soup. So EMDR. Okay, so EMDR is really cool because it creates bilateral stimulation. Okay, between the hemispheres of your brain. Okay, so it's like playing a game of pong, and what it does is it helps with some core memories to bring some things more forward. Okay, so you're kind of like quiet and you're doing this work. My therapist uses these tappers, right? So you go bilateral stimulation. So what's really cool about craniosacral therapy, when you bring manual therapy, like what I do, I'm a manual massage therapist, right? Hands-on body work. Then when you bring that and you do craniosacral therapy and you create a feeling of safety within your body, okay, safety is huge, huge. Okay, a lot of us are literally just walking the world and we don't feel safe in our own skin because of the conditions that we've been in. Okay, being raised in kind of a crazy, crazy little world that we have, So when you see a mental health therapist and you're kind of working on some things, sometimes you can feel stuck because those memories and emotions get trapped within your body. So some of the deeper work that I've been getting into with people through cranial work is helping them kind of identify where things are at in their body, right? So as we're working through, and it takes a couple sessions to get into it. I'm not gonna lie on that one. It does take a couple sessions to get into it, but if you are interested in it and we are taking you through that process and you are open to receiving some of these things, I'm just gonna ask your body, what do you feel here? What's coming up for your body right here? And it's like an instant reaction. So if you say something that's coming up, if you're like, I feel a lot of heaviness in my chest or in my solar plexus in my gut region, I just feel super disconnected, no motivation, no confidence, no courage. We can kind of work through that. We can identify some different things and kind of stair step you through that. So it's really cool to be working with a mental health therapist because you can come in here, you can have an experience, and then you can go to your therapist, social worker, whatever it is, and then you can talk to them about that and how that can correlate with it. So I've had a lot of people come in here and connect dots, right? So they'll come in here, they'll get a session, they'll be super zen down. We won't be talking, we won't be chit chatting, any of that stuff. It's just an intention driven session. So my focus is on you, and your focus is just kind of on that internal landscape, okay, that inner world, if you will. So as you're working through that, and then there's something called a significance detector, okay? And if I'm working on you and I feel your craniosacral rhythm stop, it just comes to a stop, a complete cold stop. That's called your significance detector, okay, if I'm not doing certain other work. And when that happens, I like to ask, what's going through your mind right now? What's on your mind? Because when that happens, there's basically a memory that comes up, something comes up, whether it's unconscious or conscious. Sometimes it is conscious, and you can actually be like, what? I remember when I was 5 years old, I was on a playground and I had this experience. And it's really cool. And some things people are able, like I said, they're able to connect the dots. So if something happened to them and they're like a little kid and maybe they felt very scared, right? Or they felt unsafe. And they're a little kid, they're not able to have the emotional intelligence to be able to understand the logic behind something. So maybe they're like, my mom told me I can't have any more cookies because I'm overweight or whatever, and you're like, you're like 4. You know what I mean? Like that stuff shouldn't matter, but like that story was ingrained in there. And then maybe now you have this big problem with cookies, and you just love chocolate chip cookies so much, and you have no idea why. Because it was taboo or whatever to be eating those as such a young kid. Who knows? Who knows? Our minds and bodies work in funky, funny ways sometimes. But it's a cool thing to uh, combine body work with mental health therapy, especially anybody who's going through like grief, really anything. Honestly, it's just so super fundamentally helpful. So yeah. Anyway, that's my little video for today. Thank you guys for watching, and hope you all have a great day.